Hi friend, welcome to my channel, and today I will be showing you how I make the perfect garlic butter steak. You will never cook your steak the same way again. Stay tuned. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to mince some parsley and set that to the side. And we're also going to mince some garlic. I always feel like when cooking, it's better to mince your own garlic than using the garlic that's already minced for you. I just feel like the overall taste hit different. That's why I always like to mince my own garlic. This is the steak that I'm going to be using. I'm using porterhouse steaks, which is very big steaks, okay? And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to clean my steak with some lemon. I'm going to squeeze some lemon juice on the steak and I'm going to rub it all over the steak. Then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to rinse it off with some lukewarm water. If you do not like to clean your meat, baby, you can go ahead and you can skip this part. Baby, that's your business. Go ahead and skip this part. But don't come for me because I want to wash mine. Next, we're going to grab some paper towels and we're going to pat the steak dry. We want to pat the steak dry so that we can take out all that extra moisture that's on the steak so that when we're cooking the steak, it sizzles and not boil. You guys, every time I do this when cooking, I always think to myself, oh, Lord, if my parents see me using all that napkin, I be in so much trouble. They do not play that. They be like, money don't grow on trees. Money don't grow on trees. Why using all that napkin? But now we grown and we could do what we want. So if we want to use all that napkin, we could use all that napkin, friend. But I try to cut it down a little bit because they right, money don't grow on trees. But anyway, now we're going to go ahead. We're going to start putting some olive oil in our steak. And we're putting the olive oil on the steak so that the seasoning can stick. It helps the seasoning stick, okay? And we're gonna rub the olive oil all over the steak. We're gonna be good to the steak. You're gonna talk to the steak. You're gonna be gentle with the steak. You're gonna give that steak with love, because when you cook with love, the food is gonna taste much better. I always tell you, once you give the food some love, the food feel like it's obligated to be good to you because you were so good to it, okay? So feel on the steak, love the steak, talk to the steak, friend, be the steak, okay? Then we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna grab some Montreal seasoning. A lot of people only season their steak with salt and pepper, but that's a no-no for me. I have to use that Montreal steak. It brings your steak to another level. The flavor is incredible, okay? So I used 1/2 teaspoon on each side of the steaks, on each steak on each side, okay? And we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna grab some black pepper and we're gonna put some black pepper on there. You could put how much you want to really with the black pepper. You can't really mess it up. It's up to you. Then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna grab our salt, and I'm using, on my measuring instrument, I guess you could call it, I have 1/2 teaspoon of salt, but I'm going to be using that for both of the steaks and both sides of the steaks. So basically on each steak is like on each steak on each side is like a dash of of the kosher salt. And we want to add the kosher salt because it also eliminates moisture and it's going to make your steak have a better sear when you're cooking it. And the sear is basically the color. You know, like when the color you have on top of your steak, it looks so nice and brown and pretty. That's the sear. So if you know, you know, but some people really don't know how to cook, or this their first time making steak. So I just want to make sure they know too. Okay, then we're going to go ahead. We're going to do the same thing to the other side. As you can see, I just flipped the steak over. I'm adding the same seasonings and I'm going ahead and I'm massaging that in there. In the description box, I will have the recipe and the ingredients for you. Okay, it will be for one steak. Even though I'm cooking two, the ingredients will be for one steak. The measurement will be for one steak. If you want to make more than one, you can just double the recipe. Okay, friend? And this is how the steak look when it's nice and seasoned. Next, we're going to go ahead. We're going to grab a skillet and we're going to put it on the stove at medium-high heat, okay? And we're going to let it get very hot until it's almost about to smoke, okay? I did add some olive oil on there. Then I'm just going to let it get very hot. Not hot like to the point where it's already smoking, but it's almost smoking. Then we're going to go ahead. We're going to add our steak. We're going to go ahead and we're going to add some garlic. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to add some rosemary. And all of this is going to give the steak some flavor. And it's going to make your steak taste real, real good. How long you cook the steak for depends on how you like your steak cooked, okay? Because some people like it medium well, medium rare. Some people, they might as well just bite the cow because the steak be so raw, but that's how they like it, so that's their business. Me, I used to like my steak well done, but I done moved on. I don't like it well done no more because sometimes when it be well done, it be too dry for me. So I like it medium well, more on the medium side, okay? So I'm going to cook mine for approximately 3 minutes on each side. And then right there, this is the garlic that I use, the garlic spread that I use for my steak. It makes your steak taste so good. You can find it at Publix. That's where I always find mine, okay? We're going to go ahead. We're going to put a little bit of that in the pan. We're going to go ahead. We're going to put some of that on the steak, and we're going to spread it. We're going to spread it all over the steak, child, okay? And then we're going to go ahead. We're going to take the garlic that we minced earlier, and we're going to go ahead. We're going to razzle dazzle that all over the steak, okay? Then we're going to go ahead and we're going to take that parsley that we minced earlier, and we're gonna razzle dazzle that all over the steak as well, friend. Then you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna let it cook for like just a little bit until you know all the little butter done melted at the top, friend. Just a little bit, not too long. And baby, right after that, go ahead and turn the stove off, and your steak is done. Your steak is done, but do not cut into your steak as soon as it's done, okay? You got to let your steak rest a little bit because all the juices is going to come out too quick if you cut it right away. The juices is just going to flow out. The steak might become dry, okay? So, yeah, you have to let it sit for a little bit. Let it rest for a little bit, and then you just cut into your steak. And you enjoy your steak, baby. That's it. It don't get no better than that, friend. I'm trying to tell you. There you have it. That steak is beautiful. Beautiful. Yes, child. And you guys, I did show you guys my steak when I cut into it. I should have cut into it like in a better way, I guess I should say. But yeah, I was hungry and I was already eating my food. You see half the steak gone. But this is how it looks when I cut my steak, okay? This is how it looks. It's perfect. That's how I like it, okay? Thank you guys for watching. Do not forget to like. Do not forget to comment. And go ahead and subscribe to my channel for more videos. Bye. Until next time.